and attack the commissioner. And I say that not in any kind of derogatory way. She was talking about Kathy Engelbert directly. She revealed private conversations, you understand, with quotes from this lady, the commissioner, about what she said that came across as dismissive, as derogatory, and unappreciative of the athletes that represent her league.
Women's basketball was finally having its moment. Arenas were filling up, ratings were exploding, charter flights were no longer a fantasy, and the entire ecosystem was congratulating itself like the work was done. It felt as if the league had crossed some invisible finish line where growth was inevitable, success was guaranteed, and nothing could possibly derail the momentum. The vibes were immaculate, right up until the union decided this was the ideal moment to strike a match inside a fireworks factory. Instead of waiting out the deal or applying pressure gradually, the Players Association opted out 2 years early, tore up the CBA like it was an expired coupon, and marched straight into negotiations convinced they were holding a royal flush. From their perspective, the timing made sense, attendance was up, television numbers were climbing, sponsors were paying attention, and leverage appeared to be peaking. If there was ever a moment to demand more money and better terms, this was it. But that confidence rested on a dangerous assumption that the growth was permanent, diversified, and immune to disruption. In reality, profitability in the WNBA is not an ancient, stable tradition. It is brand new, fragile, and still overwhelmingly dependent on one very specific engine. The union treated momentum like an unbreakable foundation, when in truth it was still wet cement.
If someone like her just started just dominating, you're like, oh yeah. It's just exciting.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, she's obviously doing amazing. Her game speaks for itself. I think my favorite part is just women's basketball, women's sports really, but women's basketball has been on the rise. Like this moment, we kind of needed something.
This is
to
that
just
moment.
Yeah, and Caitlin's that moment. And I think a lot of it has to do with her logo threes. But you can't really talk trash on a logo three.
So a logo three is
That's
deep. That's almost half court where the NBA.
Stephen A. basically ripped the curtain down and reminded everyone that this entire boom has a name, a face, and a jump shot, and pretending otherwise isn't bravery, it's business malpractice. While the union was busy making noise, demanding equity, and flexing what it believed was collective leverage, Caitlin Clark did something far more destabilizing. She went quiet. No press tour, no dramatic statement, no cryptic social media posts. She simply declined to participate in the next shiny thing everyone assumed she needed. When Unrivaled came calling with money, equity, and a red carpet rolled out by veterans who were supposed to be allies, she said no and went to play golf instead. That single decision landed louder than any protest ever could. Stephen A. didn't frame it as rebellion or retirement. He framed it as something much scarier, a soft resignation. A strategic step back that sends a message without ever raising its voice. Caitlin Clark didn't storm out of the building, she calmly walked toward the exit and left the door cracked just enough for everyone else to panic about whether she might actually leave for good. That's where the union miscalculated in a way that almost feels impressive. Most players in the league need this new CBA. They need higher salaries, better benefits, and safer travel because the current system barely works. That isn't an insult, it's reality. For decades, players have had to play year-round, bounce between continents, and grind their bodies down just to make a livable income. Wanting more isn't greedy. It's overdue. But Caitlin Clark does not live in that reality.